Hey, it's your boy Z, aka Zytheus here, and welcome to an edition of Snap in 5, where I'll give you all the top news and information from Marvel Snap this week in 5 minutes or less. Let's jump into it. 1 week into the new Marvel Snap season, Marvel Rivals. So how have things been shaking out since the new cards have entered the meta? Well, the number one player is running an interesting deck from Danish, thanks to Pulse Glazer Snap Judgements for showcasing this deck. And it's a very spicy one. It leverages Gambit, Hela, and no Luke Cage. Check out the link below to learn more about it. But outside of that, the meta has been very surfer heavy. A big part of that is the new season pass card Galacta. As discussed last week, this card is a solid card to add to your collection, and it feels balanced out of the gates. And it goes into that pool of strong mid-range 4-drops, and it's not super strong like Surtur or Agent Venom, so it might avoid a nerf. But you can still put into a lot of decks and feel their impact. As I mentioned, it's being partnered with Silver Surfer and some mid-range shells leveraging Zabu, Psylocke, and even Miss Marvel. I had the chance to play with it, and it's so smooth getting that agency to plan out your moves and where you want to put your +3. This card has also cracked the top 10 decks in the meta this week, so keep watching and see where it landed and the decks it's a part of. Now, let's take a look at some news for this week. Now, there's supposed to be a patch this week on 12.10 today and an OTA on 12.12. There hasn't been any leaks in regards to either, but we do know the series drops will become active today. So I'm guessing that'll be the main part of the patch. I'm excited to see what cards get shaken up in the OTA this week. I will try to put out a video talking about both the OTA and the patch on Friday before you head into your weekend of play. Now let's take a look at the new card this week, Peni Parker. Peni is a 2-cost, 3-power card that has the ability, on reveal, add Spider to your hand. When this merges, you get +1 energy next turn. Spider is a 3-cost, 3-power card that has the ability, on reveal, merge with one of your cards here. You can move that card next turn. A lot of creators like this card, but it's debatable on how it would rank among all the great cards this month. I would say this is the card you don't want to miss out on. I think immediately you will see her go to move decks with Human Torch, and maybe in some Wiccan decks since she flows really nicely, hitting her curve, playing 2 and then getting a 3-drop right after. However, I think the best part about Peni is her ramp ability and the ability to merge and move Spider. We currently have 3 cards that merge in Agony, Hulkbuster, and Phoenix Force. Each of those cards would trigger Peni's ability to gain +1 energy. I think this card can be an easy, straightforward play, giving you with a great turn 2 and a turn 3 play, and going into turn 4 with 5 energy. But I think the card is also very flexible, and some deck builders will find ways to really leverage the ramp aspect of Peni and make it a meta breaker in the future. As I said, this is one of the 2 cards I absolutely want this month, as there's so much to it, and I really want it to be a part of my collection. Now, let's take a look at the Spotlight cache that it comes in this week. This week's cache includes Gladiator and Sasquatch. Now, both cards will be Series 4 when this is released, and that already doesn't make me excited about it. Gladiator is a strong 3-drop that is used in mill decks, or Fenris decks, and maybe some Surfer decks as well, but it's not a staple in the meta currently. Sasquatch saw some play and release leveraging Mysterio, but for the most part has been irrelevant. I personally will be spending tokens on Peni this week as I own both of these cards already. But if you're not interested in the other 2 cards and like Peni, I would say save your keys and use tokens if you have them. Now, if you're looking for a more in-depth breakdown of Peni and the Spotlight cache, I recommend the Pirate King Tuccrr and his Buy or Bust YouTube video where he provides some great insights on the card, its ceiling, its floor, some decks, and his thoughts on the Spotlight cache as well. Now, let's take a quick look at the top decks in the meta. The top 5 decks are Sarah Surfer, using both Galacta and Luna Snow. Like I said, Galacta will be all over the top 5 this week, so get ready to see where else she landed. At 2, we have a Negative deck, leveraging Gore. Negative has made a resurgence with Gore, and if you see Mr. Negative drop and a snap, that usually means retreat because they have Jane and they're going to go over the top. At number 3, we have another variation of Galacta Surfer. At number 4, we have a Galacta Wiccan deck, kind of that more mid-range strong deck with her. And at number 5, we have a Bounce deck, still being meta relevant. I would recommend learning this deck as it continues to be at the top for the past few weeks. If you want a more in-depth breakdown of these decks and to see what 6 through 10 are, I'd recommend checking out Alex Coccia's weekly breakdown below of the top 10 decks in Marvel Snap. Now, if you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button below. I'll be coming to you every week with Marvel Snap content in 5 minutes or less as you prepare for your week of play in Marvel Snap. If you're a creator and you would like me to feature and promote your long-form content, please message me via my email below. Also, if there's any information you are looking for each week in a short-form content around Marvel Snap, please leave a comment below with the idea on adding future videos. That's all I have for you this week. I hope you have a great week, great pulls, and lots of cubes in your future. and I look forward to seeing you next week. See ya.